How's the troops, Robbie?
Good, I think it's good. They're all right. Good. Everyone's fit. Mullen's fit back in it. Peter Pollock's been running. Don't think he'll make the game Saturday. Maybe make the derby. Maybe.
That's a big boost, isn't it?
That is, aye. It's for Peter. You know, I was disappointed, but we had him back and he was full training. Played a bounce match and then rolled his ankle again. So hopefully we'll get him back soon.
Inevitably, how it's been going, Robbie, folk are looking at things like records and runs and things like that. The home record is something you must be particularly proud of. I mean, just looking to keep that going as long as you can.
I've said it every week, post-match, pre-match, that it's important to just focus on the next game. Not looking back at what we've done and what we might have achieved. It doesn't really matter anymore. It's about the next game and make sure we win that. If we continue to focus on it, then we'll get a chance of getting what we want to do at the end of the season.
So if there's people saying, look at United, they're kind of almost wrapped it up by now. I mean, is that like for folk outs with the club inside?
Believe me, there's none of that getting said in here. That's for sure. We know there's still a long way to go. We're not even halfway through the season yet. So we've got a lot of work to do. Like I said last week, the last 3 seasons at Dundee United, they've had a really good start to the season, similar to this, and then falling away in the second half of the season. So we have to make sure that we don't do that.
Do you feel you've got a set of players that will kind of take it on board? You don't have to even tell them that. They'll just know.
They work hard to look after themselves. And we asked them to work hard during the games and in training, and at the moment I couldn't ask any more for them, but we're only halfway there.
What are you expecting for United?
I expect it to be a very difficult game. They beat us down there. Obviously the change of manager coming in, Mark coming in. 2 wide players are very good. Moffat's very good. Mills just signed a new deal, so they're at good quality up front. 2 good fullbacks, and they always make the game difficult because they play at 100 mile an hour.
Do you expect them to come and have a go?
I would expect to. I think that's just the way they are. For the last probably 3 or 4 seasons, they've been a team that take the game to you. I would be surprised if they came and sat in. So it's going to be tough.
Halfway through the season now, Robbie, where does your expectation at the start of the season meet up with where you are now?
Well, the expectations for us to win the league. That's expectations that the club's put on us all, and that's what we need to do. We're sitting in a good position at the moment, but like you say, we're only halfway through. So it's a job half done. We need to make sure when we get to the end of the season, we're still in the same position.
Ayr United coming up here on Saturday, as you said, they had a good game, obviously, the last time that was there. Last time they were at Tannadice, however, United obviously came out victorious. Hoping for that again? I don't for that again, but they beat us in the game prior to that at Tannadice, and they gave us a turning over, so we know it's going to be tough. They started the season very well. They've had a wee lull recently. They won the game last week, so we got them back going again, but we know they've got real quality in their team. McCowan and Forrest are 2 wide players, probably 2 of the best in the league, to be honest with you. So we need to deal with them. Moffat's a very experienced player, and they've got good energy in the midfield, so it's going to be a tough day for us. And Shanklin and Clark obviously doing the job for United. You'd be hoping for more of that.
Yeah, the 2 of them have been great. So has Louis, to be honest with you. Stanton's been great. McMullen, the forward players have done very well for us, but also defensively we've been strong. So it's been a decent first half of the season, but still a long way to go.
And has it been good over the last few weeks that the goals have been spread out throughout the team?
I think it's important. We lost Shankland for the Scotland set-up, and then he had an injury as well, and there was talk of it's where we're going to get the goals from, but Clarkey stepped up to replace Stanton as well, so there's a spread there for us, so it's important that we continue it.
The last 2 away games, you really kind of dug in, almost one ugly kind of thing. Maybe we had to work hard. You're looking for it maybe a wee bit more open attacking stylish.
Last 2 away games have been Morton, then at Capello, windy, rainy, difficult surface. Arbroath similar, so it's very difficult to dominate a game when the conditions are like that, playing against teams that are very well organised as well. So we hope that coming back to Tannadice with a good surface, hopefully the weather's alright, good support behind us, that we can try and win the game a little bit more convincingly than the last 2.
2 very important games coming up. Ayr United on Saturday, and then the following Friday, Dundee. Christmas in the middle, does that pose any problem, obviously?
Nah, to be honest, it doesn't. The boys will win Christmas Day, will come in and train. Guys get families, so they'll get time with them as well, but the focus for us has got to win the game Saturday and then take care of that first before we even think about the derby.
Just on that, kind of already been asked about, there's no place for complacency at the moment, is there? Even your league position's great team, but it's not a done deal yet.
No, definitely not. Like I just touched on earlier, the last 3 seasons at Dundee United, it's been a great start to the season and falling away. I think the first season they were down only won 5 of the last 20 games, you know, and then the following season it was 8 of the last 20. So, you know, if we end up with that form, then we won't be sitting where we want to be at the end of the season. So we have to make sure that we remain focused and keep chipping away at it.
Is the difference that you've been here before, Robbie, in going into Christmas with a big lead and being able to see it over the line at the end of the season?
I think it's any club I've been at, you know, it's always just about the next game and about making sure you give everything to 100% to make sure you win that next game. Yeah, we're sitting in a good position, but that can change very, very quickly. You know, last week we played 3 games in a week, that's 9 points. If you don't pick up any points in that, it's a total different story. And there'll be more periods like that throughout the season. This month we felt was a very, very important one for us. 3 games that we were probably expected to go and win, we've managed to win them all, and then 2 games against teams that will be challenged at the top of the league with us.